Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. It is Monday the 16th September 2024. Looking at this action figure model kit. Really love the translations on this. This is by Hemoxian, it looks like, and it's a UTX-6030 Tastier. Not sure about that name. This is just great. Product identification, information, and production batches. And I do love this part here. The gift with the first goods, coal. Guessing it's the colour, coal colour, grey colour maybe. And here it's Delinkle, the 8th Research Institute. The Hemoxian original mecha series. Is it a mecha? I'm going to say no, it's more like a big robot or android, but it does look pretty cool. I have built this already. The build is quite long. On the robot part, the base part is quite big. The dog part is, because the dog as well, is okay. It's far bigger than I was wanting. This is bigger than this one, like a 1/10 scale maybe. Could go over 1/12 because like a big sort of fighting robot, but it's very cool. Has some great articulation, comes with some soft goods. Look at the back of the box, just the sort of a picture. Here you see some of the pictures there. Some of the poses it can do. The dog can fold up into like almost a backpack it can wear. The dog also has a gun that comes underneath. You can put guns on the sides. It's got blasting effects. These parts here, you need to get other bits to combine with it. And you see the base opens up to carry stuff. And you see the base part there as well. It was nice. I like it. But not 100% my cup of tea, I've got to say. But having said that, it was quite a fun and interesting build. Just took a little while to do it, but it was pretty cool. So let's have a look. First thing I show you, one of the things it comes with I really like is this cardboard backdrop. This is fantastic. I mean, that's really quite big. If I go up a little bit, that's about the size of it there. Really nice backdrop. Looks fantastic. Move that across. Okay, so we get the base. The base is here, display base, which can work for a number of scales as a platform, a display thing. Lots of features to look at the moment. Put that there. We've got our... there is a little display stand here. Say little is massive, which fits on the base there, but I'm not going to be using that. We have our dog, Robo Dog here. Stick him on the base there. Go down a little bit. There we go. Then we have our actual figure here. And you can see I've posed him already. If I put him further there, so he's on the backdrop. Looks pretty damn cool. In fact, if I just go up a little bit and zoom in. Let's get this right. Looks very cool, has to be said. Very, very nice. You get a load of accessories with it as well. Get lots of alternate hands and whatnot. There's lots of parts on the sprue that actually get to use, but you can use later on. You get this cool gun here, very nice. And the way he holds that is, he has a hand which is attached to the handle. So he's got to use this hand to swap it over his body, which I'm a bit annoyed about. But the gun itself is very, very nice looking. Not sure why it opens. And you do have some articulation there as well to make it slightly shorter. So there's a few features on there. You get shooting effects as well. So you see you've got some shooting effects here for the various different guns and whatnot. And you do get a load of spare hands as well. Another shooting effect there. So let's put the dog back a second. So you get some open hands. You get more gripping the gun hands. You've got another hand here. A lot of them have articulated thumbs. So pointing hand here, again, with trigger hand, I should say. Another gripping hand holding like this, and so on and so on. And you get some spare clips for your gun as well. So let's get a close look. We'll look at the base and its features. I really like this base, this display stand. I think it's fantastic. And I would say if they made a kit with just this, it'd be worth getting just this. But not for the price. I mean, this kit was quite cheap. What it is, I paid like £30, £32 maybe. And it's a great kit. So the base looks like a vehicle almost. It could be a landing pad for something. So you push these down here and you get your 4 doors opening. You then have to push here. This will raise, oops, this will raise up. You take it up and you spin it around. Then you can close these again. And then inside here you can put his guns, they can stow in there, and you've got a storage space there. Very cool. And if it's not like that, as I showed you earlier, to keep that down, you need to turn it around to push it down. Do not push it down the other way because it gets stuck. And now it's coming off in my hands. If you don't do that and it comes down, you can plug in this part to here, and that's like the to hold the figure. Right, let's just quickly put this back together. Give me a second. Okay, so now I can just hopefully without breaking it, turn it around again. There we go. And push this back in. Please go in. And now I can't get the fit because I haven't pushed it in properly. It's all going wrong today. Right, so I had to push in a bit further, that was all. Okay, so I've turned it around and then hopefully it'll work this time. Should be that way, sorry. And there we go. Is that the right way? And now I'm doing it the wrong way again. I'm having a real bad day with this. Okay. Up. Turn around. Push down. There we go. And close up. Phew. Glad to get out of my hands. Okay. So that's really nice. Cool. Here is the dog. And I'll say about this, it's good. I prefer like the great big gun underneath its belly section though. That's what I will say. Please consider joining the Patreon, link in the top right screen now, because you order videos early, exclusive content from time to time, and prize draws as well, including one happening this month, September 2024. So here is the sort of cyber dog. It's quite nice. Bit too big for my beloved 118 scale. We've got on 12 scale, could work quite well. That's the big gun that actually folds out, and that's actual trigger there. So he'd hold that handle there. And then he's got this great big dog gun. So how does that look? Well, basically this just folds out like that. You can hold this. Obviously you can fold the arms up or the legs up. So they're sort of out of the way. Got this great big gun. That can also work as a backpack. And you can actually attach this to his back. So it's like a backpack as well. Quite nice. Articulation, that obviously folds up. The head comes up here. He says don't take it off. There we go. And there's a small bit of articulation in the head. Shoulders go all the way around, all the way up in fact, and all the way around. You've got a straight arm, bicep bend all the way. Further if I move the wrist joints out the way, they're quite stiff. There you go, all the way flat. It's meant to fold up tight like that as well. Then you've got a ball joint here, and you've got opening and closing, call them hands, but sort of pincers as the dog's feet. Same on the back leg. It's okay looking, but it's not bad. Obviously that's articulated too. Of course, the star of the show is the big boy at the back there. There are lots of things I like and lots of things, and a few things I don't like. I mean, the soft goods are great, the build is okay, but some parts just don't stay in place. They just move out of place, and they are improperly, I promise you. But I wouldn't glue them because there's a lot of moving parts. He's also got some of these red parts that are actually a rubber, not a hard plastic. And for some parts, it's really good because you actually see some of the pistons moving in his waist and whatnot. He is highly articulated. So let's bring him for a close look. You see I've got one of his sword things there. That's not even extended properly yet. So let's get a look at him here. Change my focus around. These pistons here inside, you can see moving when you articulate them. Looks great. I put the guns in these holsters in the back, but also without this, there's gun sections you can stick in here. There's a butt part to cover that, but I've took it off to put the gun parts. So now I've removed again. Okay, so articulation and features. So first thing from the head, there is a little button on the head. And if I can get this right, he says, you get the lights in the eyes. Which is very, very cool indeed. And do it again. And it turns, oh, not quite off yet. Okay, it's off. So articulation, get this up slightly. So head is a really good up, down, side to side and turn. Shoulders, now the cloak won't or shouldn't impede the shoulders because actually the shoulders aren't attached here to the cloak. This is a separate bit of cloth. So you should be able to turn all the way around, he says, without popping out. I mean, one of those reviews where it's all going wrong today. You can see here that the shoulders on the cloth on the shoulders is not attached to the cloth on the actual coat. That is to make sure that the articulation is not lost. However, there's a part popping out again. It means the shoulders can't go quite as tight into the joint. So it will go all the way around. Turn that the way. Outwards to the side, you're still going to get over 90, much more than that. You can start pushing that joint out. I can really feel it coming out. But when you turn it over, the pauldron gets in the way. Bicep bend, really tight. I can't bend my arm like that. There's a bicep swivel as well. Hand is on a ball. It also comes all the way out like that, which is kind of freaky. You can rotate that, and the thumb is articulated. Here you've got a little attachment to come out. And you can attach on that the different blades. You've got two of the blades on this side they can take out. You can attach onto that too, if you want. On this side, I've got the long blade, and that can come out really quite far, like this. You could even change that by unplugging in this one. So you've got the motion of cutting too, which is quite cool. But what I don't like about this is this folds in, but it's not really flush enough for my liking. Now, really cool is this chest and waist. You can see some of the articulation here. If you turn around, this moves up and down. You see the pistons sort of moving in them to the... Is there a side to side? I forget, actually. Yeah, even the side to side, they move as well. Really good articulation on his waist. It's actually fantastic, has to be said. Hips. He's getting a full splits. Forwards, backwards. Forwards isn't great, and backwards is not great, so it's not as far as it could be. You can turn the legs outwards to get a better range of motion, he says. There we go, getting about nearly a full splits now. So it's pretty damn good. You just got to adjust the thighs. Some things clicking off and into place there, and more things coming off the joints here. Then you have your thigh swivel, your kneecap, double kneecap, super tight, not particularly ugly, does look nice. Straighten it out, kind of stiff. Foot, you've got your side to side swivel, you have a foot turn, you have a very small tippy toe. A decent dorsal, there you go, better tippy toe there. See this piston moving there? Good tippy toe, sorry. Dorsiflexation, the swivel, and there's toe articulation. But the toe articulation is not stiff enough to support his weight really, so it's a bit of a waste. And a lot of toys have that. They have like a toe articulation, but it's so not stiff enough to support the weight. So the articulation is really quite good. But it's too stiff in places, and so it's like, is it going to hold his... Is it going to break when you articulate it? Is it not going to break? And also, you feel like some of the parts you're going to hear clicking are going to fall off or something like that, which I don't like. So it's like they've put a lot of thought into it, but I feel like more could have been done. You try and get them as straight as I can. So I'll do the size measurement in a moment. Is that straight? His legs in. There we go. Both legs straight. Let's get the ankles leaned backwards slightly. There we go. Now he's nice and straight. He is a tall boy, it has to be said. So in terms of size, we can see that in inches, he is about 8 1/4, just over, nearly 8 1/2 to the top of the spike on his head. And in terms of cm, the top of the spike on his head is about 21 1/4 cm. So he's very, very large. If I put the dog next to him, and I'll move him over, we'll do a quick comparison with a few things to get an idea of their size. So first up, I use 118s, love 118. I use aim from Fortnite because he's a robot too. My custom aim. So you could almost ride the dog in the back. If I put him next to the dog, you see how tiny he is in comparison to that dog. I think that dog's a bit too big. And obviously, he's the bigger Tastier is way too big compared to aim to work in 118 scale. We could make it work depending on your universe, I guess. Now, if I go to something that's far more his size and he can actually work in this universe, might be a bit of paintwork, we'll go to our Cosmic Legions. This is Canox Vol. I'll put a link to him in the top right for you. It's a great looking figure, and suddenly you've got like a robot android that could work. The head feels a bit small on a Tastier, but in terms of size, he would work quite well. Aesthetic needs to be dirtied up a little bit, but kind of works as well. It's a nice kit. It's quite enjoyable to build, but I wouldn't get too. I like it, but there's too many little issues here and there for me. And I do like kits, but I really like the number 57 kits, which are like 124 scale. I think they're really, really quite cool. This is a good kit, don't get me wrong. It's not really ticking all the boxes for me though. In other words, not really my cup of tea, despite being a fantastic kit. Anyway, this is Awesome Action Toys. I'm signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next video soon. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.